Okay, so I'm going to have to read it because I don't have it memorized. Okay. The problem is that for some reason I desire dick. It's like a heterosexual Tourette syndrome with this inevitable tick. Trust me, I am not made proud by this biological disturbance. So disruptive and loud. Which, let's face it, when it comes to gender preference, I've never been picky. Rather, an undying disappointment to lesbians. A truth so shamefully dicky. Really, it's a dick move. So girls that are hetero-flexible, bisexual, or bi-curious, you're just not sure. Don't claim to be a lesbian because you wish you were. It's just mean, and I'm sure you'll be annoyed when you realize you've become the dick you're trying to avoid. Now, I've never been a Jesus fan, but they claim sexual preference is a choice, to which I say, teach me to be gay, and to Jesus I'll rejoice. I'll only secretly support abortion as it's a non-Christian choice, but I'd say goodbye to my favorite vices, smoking, drinking, and bitching, and sacrifice my dearest friend, my good old mind, from thinking, just give it up, Jesus, with some results that I can see. If I'm no longer drawn to a penis to please me, I will gladly and faithfully kneel before thee. I'm sure this goes for men too, so guys, please think this through. In the case of an inadvertent erection gone askew, a gay man would never humiliate or shame you. He won't misunderstand your advances and think you're a creep or that it's such a problem if you happen to fuck him in his sleep. He won't expect you to exist on that very blurry line between macho asshole and wimp with no spine. And smallness of any form is adored in the gay community, so no hating height, dick, hands, or feet. Just think of the opportunity to trade in self-loathing and social impunity. Now, in being a woman, I lucked out, you see, because I'm able to homo-sample my way through sexuality. I can experiment with sexual preference without society's big book of today's bigotry to reference, because the norm for non-homophobes preaching civil rights, it seems, is claiming you're a liberal feminist without knowing what it really means. So, for the women who think it's disgusting when a man is bisexual, your view is comparable to an old white guy disgusted that you're an intellectual. Plus, if you'd like pussy empathy so generously demonstrated, try getting it from a guy who knows what it's like being penetrated. Okay? And for the men whose biggest secret is that you once tried it with another man, I urge you to speak up and face the threat of a pussy ban. I know it's an awfully vulnerable way to face female rejection, but try thinking about vulnerability as a type of social reflection. Like a picture in a pond, it gleams back at us all, capturing each sleight of hand or gesture of withdrawal. The big picture, it seems, would merely illustrate the emotionally central straight man is failing to participate. Our definition of a man can't actually represent a human being. The term needs reinvention, with a bit more substance than outdoor peeing. Can women support men that break the rules of social confinement? Do straight men actually have the courage to give their definition some realignment? If we can't, my next option is convert to God-fearing, which, will the Christians let me make a camp for homoerotic engineering? I mean, I really don't know if this can work. Religious people tend to think I'm a jerk. I recently tried dating a Mormon, which did not go over well. It all ended with the Mormon telling me to go to hell. I made the teensiest remark that I think Jesus was gay, and I was cast as the devil in the holy morality play of today. He claimed to be open-minded while humming that traditional Christian ballad, dismissing my argument as undoubtedly invalid. I mean, a natural-born leader that hung out with 12 other men. What does that sound like to you? It was possible to be gay back then. I thought it was a compliment. My greatest inspirations are queer people. Plus, the church that Jesus built does seem to have a very phallic steeple. I quite like religion when it comes down to it. In the theater of life, it's mankind's longest running skit. I love it like I love people for being fucked up in our own special way. The earliest record of love, hate, and betray. I love going to the museum mid-emotional breakdown, or if I'm just really mad. And the terror of religious paintings reminds me, PMS is not so bad. But if I say that to a Christian, it just makes them mad or sad, or the thought I'm going to hell makes them very glad. I wonder if they'll accept me when I say I want to be Christian so I can choose to be gay. Maybe I don't have to. Maybe we can reinvent heterosexuality. Maybe I'm setting myself up to fail and that's the reality. I might just be a chronic case of social abnormality. But the power of prayer heals all. At least that's what they say. So I'll get down on my knees, and for Jesus I will pray that especially this time of year we can all be just a little more gay. Happy Pride, Salt Lake City!